The 5 times test never came from BS 7671. Every electrician knows the 5 times test, but not every electrician knows where it came from and if it was actually ever part of the regs. We hear people say it's been removed, you don't need it anymore, but the truth is, it was never there in the first place. So let's break down the 5 times test, why it existed, what times it's designed to achieve and why all RCDs, including RCBOs, don't always need to behave the same under every test. So guys, let's be crystal clear. The 5 times test never came from BS 7671, okay? It has always been part of the product standards, okay? So product standards are not the same as the wiring standards, i.e. BS 7671. You might have remembered this sort of approach when we talked about the SPD structure. This is how you have to make it. This is the performance it has to achieve. This is how you have to wire it to be compliant with BS 7671 in the UK. So the product standards for RCDs are BS EN 61008 and the product standard for RCBOs is BS EN 61009. Manufacturers use that test to prove that their devices will trip fast enough under fault conditions. It's part of product verification rather than site standards that manufacturers go to prove that their product is safe. So when product testers started including the 5 times test in the testers, they were simply replicating that manufacturing standard and that test that we as manufacturers create to prove that our product is actually safe under those conditions. So it became an industry habit rather than a requirement. So, was it ever in BS 7671? Did you ever need to do it as part of BS 7671 to be signed off? No, BS 7671 never told you to perform a 5 times test. What it did do is say that the RCD had to perform within the correct tripping times and left the method up to you. The 5 times test became common practice because it's a solid test that obviously replicates those tests of the manufacturers and gives you credible evidence that the RCDs you've chosen to use perform as expected.